Okay, so here is the first movie, Masters of the Universe. I am not an expert on any of this. I'd probably be into this, so it probably, I know all the kind of what it is, like I've seen like an episode or a little bit, but not much for this, so that's pretty cool. 11 million views, that's cool. And then I just realized that it's from Amazon Studios. That's interesting. They definitely, if they can release, I guess quality stuff, even if it's not amazing, they'll probably still do well. Okay, let's check out this trailer.
Grayskull.
Go on.
I have the power!
Now you're ready.
It seems the prodigal prince has returned.
I am a devil, but I mean to be a god.
What am I supposed to do?
You are he who will restore peace to Eternia.
Skeletor took my family, and he destroyed our world. I'm gonna fight for it. Mechanic. And Ram Man.
Hell yeah!
And you, Fisto! Mr. Alan! It's Adam, dude!
Hey, put your neck away. Let me show you what real power looks like.
Our time for talk is over.
Can you come help me with this?
It is quite heavy, so if you could just...
Oh my god, yeah.
Okay, well that looks pretty cool though. I really I think that I'm not gonna watch another one because I think that's good. I don't want to see too much. I mean, I've already seen like seconds, whatever, all that, like a little clip, and then I look away. But yeah, so that looks really cool. I know all the things that they're changing for some reason, I guess. Man at Arms was white, now he's black. But Idris Elba is pretty cool, so whatever. I know there's a he-him joke at the beginning, but I don't think that's a woke thing. I think they said that that's just a joke for He-Man, which I think that's, I don't know. That's pretty funny, I guess. And then the Skeletor thing, where I know he's got a higher voice, and here they are not doing that, I guess. As well as the thing that apparently Jared Leto is Skeletor. I don't know, with all the accusations and stuff, how this guy keeps getting work. I mean, perhaps it's not true then, right? Or else he wouldn't be getting work. So I don't know. Or they said, hey, you're basically in like actor jail, so you'll be in this movie, but you'll be in none of the promo. We won't release any clips from behind the scenes. We're not going to do any interviews of you talking about what brought you to do the character. None of that. And you're not going to talk about any of it on interviews, anything. You're going to go to work, and then you're going to go straight home, Mr. Leto. So it has 3,578 comments. Let's see, somebody said, in memory of John Irwin, the original voice of He-Man, 1936 to 2024. Rest in peace. That's crazy. If Skeletor doesn't drop, I hope, you know what, maybe they do a reference. Yeah, you know what? I bet you they'll do a reference. The real fans will catch that, as well as if the script writers and whoever's in charge really care, they will and are aware of what's going on, they will do that. Somebody says, if Skeletor doesn't drop some random wisdom and run away at least once during this movie, I'm walking out. Do you think they're gonna do that? I already saw the clip where they're doing like the humor or whatever, so I bet you they're gonna do that. Yeah, I guess. That's interesting. I wonder if Jared Leto is a fan of He-Man or not. You know, and Skeletor and Masters of the Universe, all that. I wonder how much, like, obviously, I mean, he had to have somewhat some sort of interest, right, or something, because like, if it's true, he did mocap and all that, and then he did the voice and all that. I mean, he obviously had to be aware of it in some way, you know, whether he was a fan of it or not. Well, no, I don't, something like that. He would have to be a fan, right? I mean, for him to go this far to be Skeletor and in mocap and do all of that stuff, I mean, that's, you know, say what you want about him, right? But like, that's not an easy thing, you know? Like, if anybody else would have done it, if George Clooney did it, it'd be George Clooney as him rather than Skeletor. It would be, why is George Clooney titled, or, you know, like, acting as Skeletor? It's George Clooney dressed up as Skeletor rather than Skeletor being acted or voiced by George Clooney, you know, which is what it should be. And then somebody said, I'm 46 years old and I'll be watching this with my 9-year-old self. Cinema is going to be packed with adults in their 40s and 50s. Well, no, I don't know about that. Yeah, maybe because, like, if they had done, you know, could be true if they had done, if they, I guess since they haven't done, like, a show, right, with this actor maybe, or someone, Austin Butler maybe, I don't know, but for a TV show, you know, and then they do like a season or two, right? And maybe they're bad or cheesy, and then this movie comes out, at least everybody will have Masters of the Universe or whatever and He-Man on their mind when the movie comes out, thus bringing in, or therefore bringing in another section of audience, right? The younger people, I guess, under 40, I guess. But I think that, I don't know, this could be true, which maybe these people, you know, who grew up with it are hoping that's the case, because they're gonna get a whole theater to themselves, you know? I don't think the kids are gonna go and make this like a Minecraft thing. I don't know, doesn't it have to be, you know, whatever, memed out and all of that, whatever? I know Minecraft is, you know, I guess more mainstream, whatever, and all that. But you know what I'm saying, like, still. So yeah, this could be true. I hope it is, so that these people really get a good experience, because I know everyone's, you know, on their phone and all of that crap. Yeah, so these people, yeah, I hope I hope there's nobody else, none of the younger, immature, you know what I mean, you know, people, you know what I mean, trying to make like a spectacle out of it, whatever. But I don't know. But again, maybe it is mainstream and we don't know about it. I don't think it is, though. I'm pretty sure this isn't, whatever. It looks, the thing is though, is they gave it that Marvel, I mean, you know what I mean? Like the Marvel treatment, I guess you could say, but not really, because the main guy should be like Brad Pitt, right? Playing He-Man, or Will Smith. Well, no, because they gender swapped Man-at-Arms, I guess. Race swap, sorry. Wrong, whatever. Yeah, they race swapped him, but I think that if they race swapped into Will Smith, see, I think people have a problem, right? So, I don't know. I think people kind of like Idris Elba. I don't know why they did that, though. There must be a reason. There shouldn't be a reason. A character should stay the character. You know, like, there should be no reason to change anyone. If you do, they're not the same character. Make a new character. Create something new, maybe, you know? Yeah, so anyways, this would be pretty cool if this is true. Moving on, another comment said, I didn't even grow up with this, but in honor of my dad, I'll be there. How about if you just like film, you'll be there? How about that? How about you like movies that are filmed And that's why you'll be there. Yes, in honor of your father, yes. But I'm saying, also go, for the movie, and then this one says, and so I wake in the morning, and then I step outside. And then born in '84, I've never been more excited for a movie in my entire life. And then going to see this without my dad, who passed. Who would have loved this? He passed in 2024. Wow. Oh my God, the 4-year-old version of me that still exists somewhere inside me is really happy to see this. I'm 67 and will probably be there with my 45-year-old son and his wife and in tears, right? Is that supposed to be and or ABD? I don't know what new term this is. I hope there's a scene at the end where He-Man talks about the moral of the story. Wow. If the writers and whoever are real fans, they'll do these things that are really, part of the lore or whatever, or part of the classic He-Man stuff, Okay, so here is the IMDb page for Masters of the Universe. It is, 2 hours and 20 minutes. Wow, that's interesting. That's kind of long. It's kind of long. Perhaps that is necessary. If it's thin and too long, it's gonna be boring, whatever. So pointless, right? Whatever. But I feel like 2 hours and 20 minutes. Wow. That's either a good thing or a bad thing. Either they're gonna give you a lot for your money, or they're gonna waste your time with repetitive, tropes and stuff. Hopefully not. Hopefully they don't copy Marvel or DC with the humor or whatever, because I already saw a clip and with Skeletor where he's basically doing his thing and he does his evil laugh and it gets all quiet and then he says, "That's when you do it, when I crescendo whatever," or something. And I'm like, oh man, like I don't get why, like, the humor, it's like everybody is has the same level of humor. I don't understand that, like Skeletor being funny or whatever. It's because like we wrote that, and it's like, how would Skeletor do that? You know what I mean? Would Skeletor do it in a funny way, or would he do it because that's how, like, what he believes in, and to us it comes off as funny, you see? Not Skeletor saying like a McDonald's joke, Why would he know McDonald's? That's a joke, like, that's for us, we think that would be hilarious if Skeletor said the word McDonald's. But like, does Skeletor know what McDonald's is? Does Skeletor like McDonald's? Why would he be referencing that? So yeah, it's kind of weird that the humor is like everybody has the same humor. I don't get that. It makes zero sense. Like, they need to come up with their own humor, They need to come up with things that might be funny, but let us decide and like let us laugh. Don't leave a laugh, quiet spot for us to laugh or applause, or whatever, to applaud a scene or something. Like, let us laugh where we are gonna laugh, like at what we find funny, And then it is PG-13, which now that is really awesome. Do you think that the thing would be is if this is rated R and adults, then they toned it down, or like it's not rated R and they make He-Man cussing and whatever, Skeletor's offensive and rude and mean. So yeah, I think that's really good. I feel like it would be a PG-13 thing, like it's not, you know what I mean? Yeah, and so that's pretty cool, PG-13. That means everybody can see it. Like, even if the younger people want to see it, they can, if they want to. The tags are Master of the Universe. It has its own tag. A superhero, sword and sorcery, action, adventure, fantasy, sci-fi. So the plot is a young man on Earth discovers a fabulous secret legacy as the prince of an alien planet and must recover a magic sword and return home to protect his kingdom. I like that it is pretty straightforward. It has 7 stars so far, and then it is written or directed by Travis Knight, who I'm not familiar with. It says the budget is, I think the budget is set 170 to 200 million. I mean, gosh, that's not amazing. Do they think it's gonna do like as well as what's it called? Project Hail Mary? I don't know about that. That is so strange. Like $200 million, possibly $200 million budget. That's a lot of money for something that I think is only gonna make 40 million opening weekend. That's has to make 400 million worldwide to break even. Jesus Christ. I don't know. This isn't gonna do well. Even though it looks great, I'm excited for it. After seeing the trailer, I'm definitely excited for it. But darn, if it's not gonna do better, I don't know. This guy Travis Knight is born 1973 in Oregon. He did Kubo and the Two Strings, Paranorman and the Missing Link. I love Kubo and the Two Strings. That is such a good movie. This one, that's so good. I love that movie. Paranorman's cool too. So he has worked on, wow, he's like fairly new kind of. Holy crap. And they're all like good movies too. Really? That is pretty insane. The Box Trolls, I like that. So yeah, Kubo and the Two Strings, Bumblebee, and Masters of the Universe. Wow, that's his track record. That is so cool. Upcoming is Wildwood, the $6 billion man, and then Piranesi, I guess. Piranesi. And this is written by Chris Butler, Aaron Nee, and Adam Nee. That's funny. Chris Butler is born in 1974 in UK. He did Paranorman, Missing Link, Kubo and the Two Strings. Oh, so they all work together, I guess. Oh, they must be, well, I don't know who they really work for. Amazon Studios, I guess. He did Corpse Bride, The Tale of Despero, Coraline, whatever. Tarzan 2, The Legend Begins, 2005. Mr. Bean, the animated series, and the Tigger movie. That's cool. And he has written pretty much all of those, with Wildwood being his upcoming film. We also have this Aaron Nee and Adam Nee. Are they related or something? Let's see. So he's only done, wow, a couple of TV series with high ratings. Oh, animation for that. He directed Dawes, Mr. Los Angeles, Lost City, Band of Robbers, Clark Kent Has a Dream. That's funny. And then he's written Massive Universe, Lost City, Band of Robbers. Oh, that's romantic. That's cool. And yeah, so Aaron Nee, yeah, he's got some good experience. And then Adam Nee has to be related to him, right? Let's see, he's married to Allison Miller. Yeah, they're related then, right? I guess. Yeah. Cool. The Lost City, Nocturnally Yours. Drunk History, Dawes, When the Tequila Runs Out, Punching Henry, Band of Robbers, Criminal Minds, The Genius is Some of the Parts Book Club. Pretty cool. And he has written pretty much all of those. That's pretty cool. They all seem to kind of work together, or on the same films in a way. The actors are Nicholas Galitzin as Adam. So I don't think I know who this guy is. Born in 1994. That's cool. The Idea of You, Red, White, and Royal Blue. The Sheep Detectives. Wow, he's in that. 100 Nights of Hero. I didn't watch that. Pretty cool. Cinderella, Purple Hearts. What else? And his upcoming is 5 of them. The Mosquito Bowl. Wings of Freedom. The Return of Stanley Atwell, Red, White, and Royal Wedding. And A Matter of Time. That is pretty crazy. Do you think after this, he got all of these? Oh no, well, he finished these, and he's filming that. Wow. He must have finished Master of the Universe kind of fairly early, maybe, and then was able to get onto these projects. And then, who else do we have here? Camila Mendes, Astila, Idris Elba. I wonder why they did this race swapping thing. I don't have an issue with it. I don't know. I don't know enough. I'm not, you know what I mean? I don't know enough. Hopefully the fans don't just pin everything on him, or whatever. or especially Jared Leto, Skeletor. That is so strange. This guy must have an interest in it, right? Sam C. Wilson, Alison Brie, all these people, Kristen Wiig, jeez. They really, some of these people must have, an actual, are a huge fan of it, I would say. Okay, we're back, and I had to get the bird, so we can now check out the reviews for this film. It has 128 reviews. It's a little early, as well as, I guess, not being too popular, because I think the, it is also an Amazon property now, or film. Because Project Hail Mary had, I think, 4,000 reviews or something. I don't know, or 2,000 reviews maybe. Okay, so it has 128 views. 8 out of 10 Camp Eternia. Not only was this better than expected, it beats any of those recent Star Wars Marvel films. This reboot of the 80s cartoon. Favorite goes full on camp, almost going Flash Gordon levels camp. And the cast are fully aware of it, leaning into everything with a winking eye. Jared Leto redeems himself with a wickedly hilarious take on Skeletor. I don't know how you can redeem yourself with legal allegations. You know what I mean? The rest of the cast are also solid. The only thing that pulls it down is a generic plot that we always get in this genre of film. But it's still a very fun and very fun time. It never takes itself too seriously. Hopefully it does well enough financially for us to get a sequel, as Shay Rod deserves some screen time. I think that, I don't know what to blame the $1 million, I suppose it make like 40 million opening or something. It's not gonna do amazing. And I don't know, like I was saying, it's like, if there was a show recently with somebody in it, and it was on everyone's minds, I think that everyone would have been like, wait, they're making a movie? And it looks better than the show, which they could have probably done on purpose, just get people to go see the movie, right? So that's very interesting. I think that I don't understand, Jared Leto has all these issues, all these things, right? Who knows if it's true? I don't know. It's very weird. He, all the things, even James Gunn said something, even used that moment in Peacemaker to make fun of 30 Seconds to Mars. So that's very weird. So I'm not sure if you can redeem yourself. If R. Kelly did a movie and then he redeems himself, what? That doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah, I don't understand. I don't know. I don't know why they got Jared Leto into a character that you don't know it's him. See, that's the thing. They might have almost tricked everyone. I don't get it, because why, if Jared Leto has those, does his dad own the studio? Is he Jeff Bezos' son? You know what I'm saying? How are those things happening? Where's the connect? He has a connect somehow. Jared Leto knows, Jeffrey Epstein, and Jeffrey Epstein's still alive, right? Calling the shots, and he's controlling everything. He's like, hey, you need to get this guy in the movie. And it's how, and then we're all like, how is this guy getting work with these accusations or whatever? So, and the other thing is that they're tricking us with not knowing it's Jared Leto, The closest you'll get is to him being on IMDb, really. You'll see his picture there, and that's kind of it. It's very weird. Yeah, so very interesting. I wanted to say, okay, with a wickedly hilarious take on Skeletor, another thing I say is that this Jared Leto guy could also actually like Masters of the Universe. Besides him and Idris Elba and Kristen Wiig, I guess, I don't think there's any big names, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Really big, in comparison to Mortal Kombat 2, which I think Carl Urban is really the only really known person. I guess that's what I'm saying. Jared Leto and Idris Elba, and then maybe, what's her name? They are Kristen Wiig are basically the known out of this whole film. I don't know, it's kind of interesting. And then Jared Leto, you don't even know it's him. Honestly, you know how many people are gonna find out it's Jared Leto later on? I think. I'm sure some people know, but there's gonna be a lot of people who go That was Jared Leto? What? That's so weird. Really? Next one is 7 out of 10 Fisto. I never watched the original cartoons and found the first movie a bore. I like this movie, has no right to be this good. The first thing they did was pay through the nose for the soundtrack. Wow, this might be why some of the special effects don't look that hot despite spending 200 mil on it. Now that's funny. It could have actually gotten the music rights or whatever, soundtrack rights. However, I love the idea that all the stupid names come from some 10-year-old. Making them up makes a lot of sense. Also, for some reason, Jared Leto decided to do a good Skeletor by being the right amount of ham. You know, that's kind of funny. I heard that they didn't do the classic, I guess you could call it, Skeletor voice. And I'm amazed that if Jared Leto is a fan of the show, or whatever, He-Man, and he said, well, look, I really like Skeletor, but I want to do a little bit less of the voice thing, and I want to make it more like a kind of a, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, normal? I don't know. In comparison to, if the other one is too comedic and funny and silly, they wanted to make it more kind of a grounded character maybe, except the clip that I saw when he goes crescendo, whatever, doesn't really help. I don't know. The comments are saying it's too Marvel-like or humor-ish, and I already said that, so I don't know. Very interesting. 10 out of 10, greatly enjoyed. Going into the movie hoping for the best and preparing for the worst. I was thoroughly impressed by the whole movie. Hardly a fan of the franchise because I was too old, but my 3 boys loved it along with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The 1987 was okay, but lacked the production value and storyline. I was blown away with the production values of this one. All actors were great, especially Jared Leto as a villain, being mean and comical. Definitely recommend and hoping for a sequel. It seems like a lot of people don't care about whatever. A 10 out of 10 He-Man. I'm not the type to go into the details of a movie. I am, one could say, an average Joe. To me, He-Man was only ever that incredibly cool show that was part of an ad reel on a VHS tape I had with a completely different show on it. However, even if I had seen every episode, I don't think my judgment of this movie would be different. To me, it's the ultimate love letter. It takes itself seriously enough to deliver a movie with worth watching, even if you don't know about He-Man. At the same time, he knows full well it's a silly franchise with silly names, perhaps the most overused joke in the movie, and it was given the space to acknowledge this. Silly as it is, I don't think it's strange for this franchise to have endured for this long. There is something compelling and interesting about this strange world and setting. The surprising depth afforded to something originally only meant to sell toys. It's the perfect scaffold to build whatever you want on. All in all, my only advice going into this is leaving expectations at the door. Don't sweat the details, just experience it as if you're a kid again. Exactly. It is, after all, such a treat to get a movie that isn't a dark, gritty reboot, but instead a fun adventure with good guys versus bad guys. Yeah, that's true. Out of 10, and it's PG-13, you know? A 9 out of 10, incredible update of a kid's childhood favorite. A 3 out of 10, this is not the 80s we know and love, but a joke. I really wanted to like this movie, as it is a big part of my childhood. Growing up with this was horrible. The acting was okay, but not great, and the graphics need work. It did not feel like the nostalgic cartoon I loved watching, but instead a low-level Conan movie, it felt like. I was watching it did not carry the magic of the series or the strong essence of the true characters of the series, but a bad copy with little story flow and no growth. The worst part was they tried to make it funny and it was bad at it. It was so bad at it. And it was so bad at it, you had to roll your eyes and say, please stop. I am He-Man. Nope, I am disappointment. It's crazy. Yeah, I don't know. It looks like people are liking it, though. I wonder what people are saying, really. 8 out of 10, 8 out of 10, 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10. Reviews highlight fun nostalgia, but note uneven storytelling. The sticking plasters of innuendo and self-satire do work for a while. A fan service nostalgia baits. Interesting. Someone said they loved it, super fun. Nostalgia done right. Well, anyways, 7 out of 10, 6 out of 10, can't be fun. 8 out of 10, Guardians of the Flash Gordon. Oh, okay. Yeah. Gordon meets Guardians of the Galaxy in a great way. Definitely meant for us 80s kids that grew up with He-Man and couldn't have enjoyed it more. My 8-year-old self would have lost his mind if I saw this back in the 80s. A love letter to the He-Man fans. As others have said, it doesn't take itself too seriously. And if you go into it knowing that and not expecting a deep story, you'll find it enduring. A lot of fun. And then here are the Rotten Tomatoes for this film. So 71% certified fresh from the critics. Wow. I don't get that. Well, that is really... So the critics are actually liking this one. Is fairly interesting. That's pretty funny. 88% from the audience. That is... I'm very surprised. I mean, it looks good though. It really does. The fights actually look like different and whatever and stuff. So that's cool. Critics' consensus: by the power of Grayskull and with a little help from its self-deprecating script and spirited cast, Masters of the Universe is a delightful adventure that finds a humanity in He-Man. Critics review: Sarah Michelle Fetters from MovieFreak.com give it a 2.5 out of 4 splats, saying this bizarre mismatch of comedy, social commentary, and high-flying action never won me over. If anything, it left me frustratingly cold. Glenn Kenny from New York Times gave it a tomato, saying Galitzin, who recently amused in The Sheep Detectives, which that's hilarious, wears a character's mild goofiness loosely, the better to shake it off when the impressive action sequences start. In these raucous but bloodless scenes, he's all business and he delivers. Bloodless scenes, really. See, that's what I'm saying. I watch, Hoppers, and Goat to get away from all the violence, I like The Boys, and all that, I like all peace, violence, whatever, all that stuff. It's good and it's necessary and all that, whatever. But also, I do like, I guess, kind of sort of kid movies where, Hoppers, or Go, where it's not really, I mean, it's kind of kiddie, but it's more neutral, but it can be emotional, and that's kind of what, I enjoy now and then. So, yeah, I like bloodless scenes, I get there's blood, we bleed, but too much blood, I don't know, it's just whatever, but that's cool, just for a change, just to get a different form of action, and then Katie Walsh from Tribune News Service gave it 2.5 out of 4 tomatoes, saying only one wishes they might have pushed the camp factor further, as it feels a bit restrained at times. However, it's Galitzin's performance that will win you over. He's truly got the power. And David Poland from Hot Button gave it a splat, saying the biggest thing is, and this speaks to the script as well, is that it isn't funny. It really, really thinks it's funny, but it's 2 hours and 20 minutes of dad jokes. Is the lead a hero or a joke? That's what I said. In Marvel, everybody has the same humor. Why? Why would everybody be joking, If Skeletor is supposed to be silly or funny, be serious, like Liam Neeson in The Naked Gun. Do the joke serious and let us laugh. Let us choose where we want to laugh. Marvel always leaves a gap for you to applause, or or the superhero lands and we have to applause for the sequence every time, It's really weird. In audience reviews, Junito gave it 5 stars, saying the movie was amazing, special effects were incredible, Skeleton was a great villain. Yeah, Skeleton, yeah, that's cool. Tell me you didn't see the movie without telling me you didn't see the movie, Jane K gave it 5 stars, saying amazing, great adaptation of the cartoon. Took both of my kids 9 and 10, boy and girl, and they both loved it. Wow. I'll give it 3.5 stars, saying it was a little too campy. Okay, it was a little too campy. The other one said it wasn't enough camp, and then now says it's too much camp. I tried very hard to make it funny. I agree with that. Honestly, it was almost like a kid's cartoon episode from the 80s. 5 stars from V, or minus V, saying a solid first entry. There were a few rough CGI moments, but overall it was visually stunning. The pacing could have also been improved or better. Chad M gave it 5 stars, saying fantastic fun in every way. Loved everything about it. And then Adam B gave it 5 stars, saying great movie and a must for all ages. So yeah, all that sounds really good for this film. That is a long run time. Hopefully it definitely uses it, to its advantage or whatever. Doesn't waste everyone's time. Because I mean, that's a Marvel movie. That is a long time. Like, that's so much stuff that you could almost like use it to set up spin-offs and sequels and all that. So a trivia is the filmmakers created a language/script for Eternia for the film. Wow. If this is legitimate, then there's a language like institute, and they will, if for movies, they will create a language for aliens or whoever to speak in the movie. Wow. They should release this script and print it and have the actors give it out at the meetups, you know, and all that. And then if you're a real fan or whatever, you're gonna get, you know, maybe the DVD or something or a poster, have it signed, and make a bundle and put it with hopefully like, you know, a very rare script like this. Like make 300 of these and give them out. I think that would be pretty cool and stuff. If you want to say hi to everybody, you want to say hi to everyone. Over there. See? Cute. Hi. Say hi right here. Or peck on it. There. Okay, cool. Well, that's him saying hello. And down here, there is new financial information available. I guess it's pretty intense though that 170 to 200 million dollars. It seems like it's 200 million. I think everybody is saying that. I think we're all gonna go with that. It looks pretty expensive. Again though, if they didn't get Idris Elba and they didn't get Jared Leto, I'm sure there could have been somebody out there to do those characters, and I feel like they could have probably brought this budget down. But anyway, I mean, so I think the trailer looks pretty cool. I think that the movie could eventually do, you know, I guess it could do okay. I guess it's probably technically not, because I don't think it really has an audience. They really should have done like a mini series and like in preparation for everyone, just to get them like to get everybody prepared for this movie. And maybe they could have had Nicholas Galitzine in it, and then he makes his big, you know, his movie debut. Oh, you know what I mean, whatever. Oh, his He-Man theatrical debut on the big screen or whatever. That could have been a thing. Yeah, so I think that this film, I mean, technically it is gonna flop with, I don't even know. So, I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna say, it says 40. I'm gonna be a little more, whatever, giving or something. And give it, like, I'm gonna say 50 million by Monday, maybe 60. I don't know about international, maybe 180, maybe 80 million international. I don't think this is gonna do well overseas. Like, it doesn't make any sense that this would actually have an overseas market. Possibly, I'm not sure. That is interesting, but yeah, I think that this film is probably gonna flop with, I'm gonna say 50 million. But it's probably gonna stay there for the full month, and it's probably gonna end up with probably, I don't know, 300 million. It needs to make 400 million, so we'll see. And then I do think that this will be in the top 10, right? But I could be specific and say number 6. I'm gonna say maybe 7. But I'm gonna say top 10 because it feels like it could hit in the top 5, but I'm gonna, you know, just like an insurance policy, give myself 5 extra spots. So top 10, so flop with 50 million and then be in the top 10.